I am genuinely worried about Warzone 3 / Modern Warfare 3 Warzone. About a week before COD Next, I had a secret meeting with the devs as far as like Sledgehammer and just other people from Call of Duty. Just in regards to future Call of Duty, Modern Warfare 3, the changes that they can make, what they have their kind of sights set on, and overall how we can have a successful game throughout the year. Now, a lot of people didn't even know we had this meeting. I couldn't really talk about it until after the reveal of Call of Duty Next and the reveal of all the gameplays and stuff like that. But yes, it was like a meeting of like me, 2 or 3 other creators, and then just everybody from the Call of Duty side. And I'm sure watching this, they'll definitely see this video, man, because at the end of the day, you know, a lot of people want to see Warzone back to its glory days and overall just talk about the game. And after playing Warzone and after that meeting, these are some of the takeaways and overall things that have been said about Warzone or Modern Warfare 3 in general. If you guys could drop a like on this YouTube video if you just genuinely want Warzone to be great, you want it to be just insane again, you want that feeling that you had during COVID. If you're brand new, hit that subscribe button down below. We are so close to 3 million subs. Every single sub, even if you're not subscribed, helps out a ton, man. Now let's get to some of the things that we talked about and overall just the thought of Warzone 3 and it coming and what to expect. And as you guys see, there's gameplay in the background of actual Modern Warfare 3 Warzone, and it's a very finite amount of gameplay, so I hope you guys do enjoy that. So one aspect that I talked about that I definitely expressed, that I definitely want to express now to you guys in general, just the general public audience, is if you've noticed the last 2 years, they have made it impossible. At the start of Caldera, at the start of Warzone 2, they made it impossible to get your loadout. Now, I do not understand for the life of me how that we went through Verdansk, we went through the Cold War era, and then we get to Caldera and Warzone 2, and they make it so we can't get our custom guns that we grinded the levels for, that we grind camos for, that we can't use. Call of Duty is very weapon based, right? When you talk about Call of Duty, you talk about some of your favorite guns of all time, the Intervention, the UMP, the ACR, all these old different things, because those guns hold value and hold memories to us. And when you think about Warzone 1, you think of guns like the Kilo, the Grau, the MP7. A lot of those times, those guns bring back such good memories because we had such good either highlights clips, we liked the way they felt, and overall we were able to, you know, if you liked the gun, let's say you liked the MAC-10, every single game you loaded up, it was almost a high possibility you were getting your own custom MAC-10 that you built for yourself in the game. Now for the last 2 years, they've made it so it's literally impossible to get. In Caldera, you couldn't even buy your loadout. You had to wait until like the 4th circle, whatever. And then with Warzone 2, you couldn't buy your loadout at all. I don't even remember how we could. I feel like we just couldn't get it at all. And it used to only be 10 racks. Now it's 20 racks in Warzone, which is just, it doesn't even make any sense, because what POI has 20 Gs like that? I just don't understand why, especially when their emphasis and their main focus is on bundles. They made it so hard to get loadouts the last 2 years. So Modern Warfare 3, please, for the love of God, the general public, for Call of Duty players specifically, do not like picking up ground loot because it doesn't even feel fun. We are literally using ground loot guns. We can't even use any of the loadouts. These are all just random guns that default classes. And I feel like the reason why I didn't enjoy playing Warzone 3 was for that simple aspect. I couldn't make a class. I couldn't grab my gun that I usually do. It's a huge ecosystem and just overall identity of Warzone that made it so good. So please do not make it hard. People want to use their guns. They want to create memories. They want to hit clips with their favorite gun. I promise you. Class setups and sniping are a staple in Call of Duty, and it completely ripped away from Warzone 2. It took away Call of Duty's identity. Like, it wasn't even just, there was just no fun. And I feel like with Modern Warfare 3, the multiplayer sniping is definitely back, and I just hope that it's as smooth as Warzone 1 sniping was, and even class setups, man. People want to enjoy and get set up. But when they make it so hard to get the gun, if I'm a dad who comes home from work from my 9 to 5 and I have 2 kids and I only can play an hour at night and I can't get my gun at all, I'm not going to get on. Like, for what? I can't even get my gun that I want to use. Also, with Modern Warfare 3, the marketing being everything that Warzone 2 wasn't, I feel like Call of Duty, I think they are, but I'm hoping they trying to evolve the game in a way that it can have its longevity. You can't expect Warzone 3 to last just based off of things that they took away from us. So down the line, I don't know what it's going to be, but there has to be a way that the game of Warzone evolves, or they add something to it to make it different and just better and better each time a new iteration comes out. But constant map changes, maybe that's adding jetpacks, maybe that's just adding like stims that can give you a speed boost. Like those type of aspects of grapple hook changes the element of Warzone, but also creates a new way of fights, but doesn't change the game completely. Now with Rebirth and Forges coming out, I think there definitely is an opportunity. They probably will bring back Verdansk. I don't see why they would not. I feel like it would be such a missed opportunity for them, especially because like Resurgence is so popular. But with OG Fortnite, as you guys know, OG Fortnite is coming out this week, just based around all the hype of the OG Fortnite map. Everyone is loving it. People, old people who didn't play the game are excited. They're ecstatic. The community, when they see the feedback, I'm even gonna play. I'm gonna stream it on Friday. But even when they see the impact of bringing the OG map back, I think you're gonna see them do it. They're gonna bring back Verdansk. It's almost gonna happen. I know it is. Based off of what OG Fortnite's about to do, they're gonna bring back Verdansk. And throughout like the last 2 maps, like they really haven't made any map changes constantly. The one thing about Fortnite is they always made map changes. There's just like Al Mazrah was no map changes at all. It was like weird. Like they just don't care to like change something. And also Call of Duty is known for this, but they need to stop. Like when a new iteration game's about to come out, they completely, for the last 4 or 5 months of every Call of Duty, correct me if I'm wrong, they completely take their hands off and just don't care about the game. As you guys know, the cheating situation in Warzone 2 right now and Modern Warfare 2, even in Warzone 2, is Verdansk level bad. Like there's almost no anti-cheat. It's because they're taking their hands off the game completely and they're focusing obviously on the new map in Warzone 3. But they need to stop doing that. As far as like the last 6 months of the whatever COD it is always horrible. And I think they really dropped the ball this year on just skins. I think they really dropped the ball this year on bringing weapons to the game. I mean, Warzone 1, they brought back iconic guns like the AMAX through DLC, AN-94, stuff like that. But with the Warzone 2, it was so lazy. If it's an ISO, you bring in the ISO 45 for a new weapon for the new season. Or if it's a Lockman sub, you bring in a burst Lockman sub. It was just very lazy and it was garbage. It was dumb. Like, it wasn't even fun. And they really need to come out with a bang because we all know exactly what happens when Christmas time when Warzone comes out. As soon as they launch season 1, we don't hear from these guys until February, middle of February for season 2. So if Warzone 3 is trash in the beginning, we're cooked. We're cooked. And so that's exactly what happened with Warzone 2, why it failed so hard off rip. The game needed some changes and it took them 2 months to update the game because they were on Christmas break and the game just went to shit. Same thing happened with Caldera. They lost half of their audience from the hype because they just didn't update the game for 2 months. That's just something that genuinely cannot happen, and I'm very concerned about that. I mean, we talk about the UI, it's a very small thing, but the UI is just like, it just doesn't even make it fun to like click a playlist. We have so many different rotational, like what are we doing? I just think when it was Cold War Warzone 1, I think that's when you saw Call of Duty, like in that 1 year span from the last season of Modern Warfare till all the way through Cold War. That was when Warzone, they put in the most effort as far as like the stadium opening. Like there's so many different things were just happening. The Halloween event, they brought the Cold War guns in, the Cold War mission, they nuked the map, they changed it to a different version. That era was so good because how much effort they put into it. And I think they just need to realize that they need to literally listen to the community, make it fun again. I think that's the biggest thing, man. It's all about fun. And so as you guys saw in the Modern Warfare 3 beta, there were so many viral clips. Multiplayer is going to flourish, I believe so. I just think it is. It's just nostalgic maps with great movement. I mean, it's just going to be clip city on everything. I mean, we posted a clip of the new trick shot off for the crane. The crane trick shot got 3 million. Like it's gonna be a great year as far as multiplayer wise, but Warzone has to get it together, man. I mean, that game cannot feel like Warzone 2. It cannot. It literally cannot. They need to make it feel different somehow. Not the movement, but overall the environment, man. It cannot be. I had the meeting with the devs, the secret meeting, and then obviously I played Warzone 3, as you guys see in the background, and these are the things we talked about, man. Let me know in the comments what you guys think as far as like what I said in my opinions. It took a lot of time for me to digest. This isn't really my review, but overall the hidden truth of just like things that if they don't happen, Warzone 3 will fail. It 100% will fail. And I think with OG Fortnite dropping this week, it's a great testament to see like genuinely people just want like, you know, like Verdansk. Like if the map is trash, just bring back Verdansk. What are we doing? Like, make sure y'all drop a like, hit that subscribe button down below. Let me know what you guys think. There's overall things that we talked about and things that I've addressed to them as well. It's really up to the COD gods. I don't know. We'll see, man.
Shit, boys. Let's go, chat. W.